2023 Porsche 911 GT3 RS First Drive Review, System of a DownForce.
But before we start, please support us by pressing like and subscribe buttons. Also turn on the bell notification to get the latest updates. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you.
Gaze up at a British sky in late September, and there's a decent chance it'll be blotted with a chiaroscuro tableau packing track-drenching moisture. Rain is a cruel mistress in these parts, responsible both for gorgeous verdant foliage and disconcerting tarmac slickness. Such was my lot in life at the global launch of the 2023 Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Gratitude for getting my hands on one of the most coveted sports cars of the year, tempered by the knowledge that exploiting its full potential would be a fool's errand. The now familiar flat six is a thing to be celebrate, an endangered freebreather displacing 4.0 liters, boasting 6 individual throttle bodies, and putting out a healthy 518 horsepower. The figure is 16 more than the GT3, thanks to new cams with modified profiles. But the power plant is also a technological cul-de-sac. According to Porsche GT boss Andy Pruninger, under the boundaries of current legislation, the 4.2-liter race engine in the GT3 or race car is just not clean enough, so we couldn't do that. Airbender. Enter aerodynamics. With its massive wing and extensive network of ducts and vents, the GT3 RS is a visual totem for all things downforce, the black art of creating a quicker future by playing nice with all those air molecules threatening to get in the way of going fast. Don't let the big dumb rear wing fool you, the GT3 RS is a smarty pants when it comes to cheating the wind. Namely, through 3 letters plucked directly from Formula 1, D, R, and S, short for drag reduction system. Sure, this is the first time the wing on a production Porsche sits taller than the roof. But the aesthetics are irrelevant, because the wizards in Stuttgart have baked in that drag reduction system that swivels a section of the spoiler flat during straights, tilted for downforce, and vertical for full drag, air brake-induced stops. Because power is nothing without balance, 2 independently operated flaps below the nose manage front-end downforce, helping maintain the 911's ideal 30 to 70 downforce equation. The resulting trickery yields an eye-opening 900 pounds of downforce at 124 miles per hour and a staggering 1,895 pounds at 177 miles per hour. That's one Porsche 356's worth, according to the GT3 RS press release, or 2 horses worth, based on Mr. Pruninger's metrics. Even little details contribute to downforce, like the teardrop-shaped front wishbone components, which add 88 pounds of downforce at top speed. Also critical to the engine-slash-aero relationship is the single radiator setup, which trickles down from the 911 RSR and 911 GT3 R racers. The idea is to make space for the active aerodynamics by ditching 2 radiators and incorporating one big one in the center, which evacuates air across the middle of the car before it channels to either side. Because those crafty warm molecules moving across the boundary layer have a tendency to swirl inward and get sucked into the engine intake on the rear deck, engineers added 2 roof-mounted fins to keep the toasty, post-radiator airflow from robbing the engine of power. Super cool. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Things are more familiar looking inside the GT3 RS. 2 7.0-inch digital screens, standard full bucket seats in black leather and Racetex, and a bunch of carbon fiber trim. But committed P-car lovers will note the steering wheel control buttons relabeled to include a DRS button at 9 o'clock. For rotary dials manage front and rear rebound and compression settings, as well as rear differential and traction/stability controls. It takes a leap of lead-footed faith to chase a pro driver across a high-speed circuit like Silverstone, especially when conditions are changing as quickly as they were during my day behind the wheel of the GT3 RS. Following a standard GT3 out of the pits and onto Hamilton Straight, there's an air of familiarity from the RS controls, even with light precipitation creating a layer of water that might otherwise make the driver feel disconnected from the road surface. The naturally aspirated 6 responds to the throttle with a crisp snap, generally much in the way the standard GT3 does. However, shorter gear ratios and slightly more power between 6,000 and 9,000 RPM lend it a more aggressive quality, also helping shave 0.2 of a second from the claimed 0 to 60 miles per hour time trimming it to 3 seconds flat. Though there's quite a bit of variability available from changing settings like DRS, PTV+, and suspension on the fly, I chose to focus on the task of keeping pace with my lead car rather than fiddle with the potentially distracting controls. There's a sense of fluidity and feedback with steering, though I found it challenging to be smooth on the throttle, something that might have been remedied or alleviated by altering the drive mode settings.
Thanks for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos like this.